Hello everyone, this is JC Sorrell with this Nintendo Dad's review of Ciel Fledge, a daughter-raising simulator for the Nintendo Switch. We'd like to thank the developer P-Cube and PR firm for providing us with this review copy. As its name suggests, Ciel Fledge is a life simulation game where you raise a daughter from age 10 through 18. I'll be honest, a game subtitled A Daughter-Raising Simulator is not my first go-to when it comes to video gaming. But, seeing as how I have a 10-year-old daughter myself, and because this is for the Nintendo Dads, how could I refuse? Despite my initial misgivings, this game is actually really good if this sort of thing is your cup of tea. Let me explain. First, the setting is compelling. It takes place in a futuristic Earth where humans have fled to floating city ships due to aliens corrupting the ground. One of the remaining ships has failed, and your new adoptive daughter is miraculously found alive on the ground. You take her in and promise to raise her on your ship. The brooding sci-fi plot keeps the game moving and gives you a sense of stakes. I also developed a sense of emotional attachment to the in-game daughter when she succeeded and failed. You want your daughter to grow up successfully so she can help save the world, or at least make a positive difference with her friends. Second, this game has surprisingly good resource and statistics management systems. Think of a role-playing game with a big spreadsheet of various stats. Although the scope of the game is 8 years, you plan out every single day over that period. That can be nitpicky, but if you love micromanagement of stats like mood and discipline and money, then you have plenty of work here to do. To be frank, although there are bits of tutorialization in the game sometimes fails you when it comes to learning how to manage those stats. I eventually got the hang of it and realized what the warning indicators meant, such as, you've overbooked your child and she's going to faint for lack of stamina, or you're going to run out of money this week and she's going to be embarrassed in front of her friends and lose stats as a result. After that, plotting out each day and week got much faster and more enjoyable. There's also a skill tree system, but it isn't set up very well or clear on what you want to achieve or how to get there, so I mostly just guessed on what tasks to assign to my daughter and wasn't sure what the outcome would be. After you've booked out the child's week, it sends you to a map view where a chibi version of your daughter goes to various classes and has interactions with other students. There are also 3 different types of Match 3 games you encounter in this section. I've never played a Match 3 game before, and I'll tell you, this game seems to explain what to do, but really lets you down in execution. Basically, you have a grid of 9 cards, and you have to match 3 of a kind in order to execute moves. I thought I had it. I beat the tutorial levels, but I kept getting defeated in actual battles, and I had no idea why I had lost. Absolutely a surprise every time. I still have no idea what went wrong. There seems to be a problem with some of the in-game timers. For example, on one level, it told me to use a special move that took 30 seconds to charge, but the match was only 30 seconds long. No surprise that the match ended before I could pull off that move, ending in my defeat. That was frustrating for me, and for my in-game daughter who was disappointed and had negative stats as a result. I didn't finish the game, and these setbacks didn't seem to stop my progression, but I could imagine it making a difference in the long run. If this gameplay element wasn't buggy, or better explained, this would have been a much better game overall. And who knows, this could just be my problem, and someone who's played another Match 3 game and knew what they were doing could be fine. Taking away the Match 3 battle element, you're left with a stat-based life sim with a good sci-fi story. The static graphics look good, but don't look for any great motion shots. It's just a single image of your characters and her friends or teachers sliding in and off of the screen. It's hokey, but if you're just playing a stats game, you don't really need a lot of action in the cutscenes. The music is passable as well. Overall, I wish the game were a better cohesive package, in that I wish the Match 3 system worked, and that there was a bit more explanation on the skill tree and developmental goals. But even without that, there was an addictive gameplay loop of managing the stats and growth of the child. Because of the complexity of the game and the opacity of what you're trying to achieve, I didn't share this with my real-life 10-year-old daughter, because I didn't think it would make sense to her. But had she gotten into it, there are shopping elements and wardrobe changes that you can do for the in-game daughter that she would have enjoyed beyond what I found enjoyable in the game. At $20, I can't recommend this game. Perhaps if an online community develops explaining how to play this, or if perhaps bugs get patched, then it'll become a better deal. As it stands now, I'd wait on this one until it goes on sale for around $5. Thanks so much for listening to this Nintendo Dad's review of Ciel Fledge, a daughter-raising simulator for the Nintendo Switch. We hope you'll tune into our podcast, which airs Thursday nights, and you can catch it live on YouTube or Twitch. You can also download the episodes on your favorite podcast player. Until next time.